I love video game mods. It's truly amazing the creativity and skill of game communities, and when a new game comes out that really supports modding, like Skyrim for example, I actually get excited. First of all, I want to enjoy the game, but second, I found over the years that often a community mod will actually be better than the professionally produced DLC or expansions that the original company will sell later down the line. We've all heard the stories about mod teams receiving cease and desist letters. The Middle-earth role-playing project for Skyrim is the most recent, but there have also been major C&Ds for various Battlestar Galactica, Star Trek, and Halo mods, as well as numerous Star Wars ones. To really grasp the issue, one must understand some of how copyright, trademark, and patent law works. If someone infringes upon your copyright and you ignore it rather than fight it, you can lose the ability to protect that copyright later. And of course, these large companies with big intellectual properties like Star Wars also have large teams of lawyers whose job it is to protect those assets. The issue I find is that the lawyers don't seem to operate in the best interests of the company when it comes to the public image. This is because the public image is not their concern, I suppose. Remember when Bethesda sued Mojang for calling their game Scrolls? It just made everyone look at Bethesda with disdain because it was such a ridiculous move. Now, to be fair, copyright claims are somewhat less ridiculous than the naming issue, but I have to wonder if the main company actually has real decision makers anymore. When groups get to be this big, does anyone really sit back and ask whether a particular action is the right thing to do? And this is why I wanted to bring up the Black Mesa mod team. They rebuilt Half-Life 1 from the ground up, and we're not talking just a mod, but rather a recreation of the entire video game itself. Valve sat back and watched with pride, more than anything else, as a group of their fans tirelessly rebuilt one of their games. They could have easily destroyed the project. It would have taken nothing more than a letter from a lawyer, and Black Mesa would not exist. But that's not what happened, and now we as gamers have access to an incredible product which furthers the brand that Valve owns. I have to wonder if anyone at Warner Bros. Actually considered that the Skyrim Lord of the Rings mod might have added significantly to the brand as far as video games were concerned. It also begs the question whether Bethesda, being a game publishing competitor of Warner Bros., had anything to do with the decision. Or was it just lawyers blindly doing their job and collecting a fat paycheck at the expense of true, hardworking gamers? You be the judge. That's all I have to say. Tarmack out. Feature Creep is a bi-weekly show, caustic, direct, and done in 3 minutes or less. These are designed to make people think, so a like and dislike isn't really good enough. I want to see your comments and hear your opinions on what I talked about today. And if you really like them, hit the subscribe button. I'll make sure I keep the content coming and you won't be disappointed.